leaving Guvia. And as we said, we were going to take on some crew for the trip. Well, this is Joe, meet Joe. And he's all the way from Devon in the UK. And Joe is, he works for one of the holiday companies here in the summer. And his friend Alex, and between the two of them, they're going to get the boat across the Sicily for us. The trip today is we're going to go down to Lefkada again. So we're still on Corfu, just leaving now. And we're going to get the life raft serviced, and hopefully by midday Wednesday we should be ready to put to sea. You alright, Giordino? This is the way it's meant to be. So we're out of Guvia and we're heading for Lefkada. We won't get in until after dark. Sea is great today. What a difference. Conditions are ideal. Could do with a bit more wind, just a bit, but after what we've had, we'll take it. Snow caps in the distance. It's a beautiful day. Alright, Mrs. C?
All good.
Benny, alright, Benny? Benny's doing good.
Middle of the night. Back down to this bridge. It's 1:30 in the morning.
Hopefully this is the only time I'll ever see the inside of one of these things. Good morning, campers. Look up there, sun is shining. Beautiful. We're on the city quay, I suppose. This is just the town quay, is it? And this is the bold Alex, the famous one that we've been waiting for. Just arrived. And Alex is from? Berkshire. You have to say it just like that now. There's little Penny. And Alex is one of our pilots that we've taken on, that is supposed to be taking us to...
Studying the weather.
Yeah.
Hoping for a gap.
To Sicily. And we're not at all sure that we're going to get one, so... But we're fingers crossed. And we've just dropped the life raft to be serviced. And so it'll be all go. We'll see what happens next. Bye! A familiar spot. Lefkada town. Snow-capped mountains. The mainland. Journey 40 Campion. It's just lovely here, isn't it? So, we're back in Lefkada on the city quay. We've sent the life raft off to be serviced to get it back tomorrow. And we've taken on crew to get us all the way to Marseille, but unfortunately they're not sure that the weather window is going to hold. We are supposed to be leaving tomorrow around midday, and they're expecting light and variable winds all the way to Sicily. But it looks now like there's a bit of a change on for Friday, so they're between two minds as to whether we're going to make it or not without getting a bit beaten up. And we don't really want to get beaten up anymore. We've had that last week.
Yeah.
And so we're not sure what we're going to do, you know. We're open. We're thinking about it at the moment. Like, I mean, we could always just spend a couple of weeks buzzing around the islands again down here and then just flog the boat. Yeah, or lay it up for the summer, but that's kind of a waste though, isn't it? You know, really the whole idea was to get it back and we were going to live on it for the summer and then go off again next winter, you know, get everything we needed to do done to the boat so that it was ready. So we just don't know. We don't know what's going to happen next. It's changing from one day to the next. But anyway, we're easy. We're under no pressure. We're enjoying it. It's a beautiful day. It's going to be like this for the next few days at least. But the enemy, of course, what they're expecting is that it's going to be a blow by the time we get to Sicily, that it's going to be a wind. They're saying force 4 or 5 is fine, but once it hits a 6 or a 7 in the Straits of Messina, that we would be literally beating our way up the Italian coast, and it's just not going to work. And then they're saying we'd have to lay up maybe for a week to make the next weather window again. This is just going to go on and on. So anyway, we haven't decided, but watch this space. Cheers.
Cheers.
Enjoy the film. These are the two together, Mr. Joe and Miss Alex. They've been together now, they said, for 20 years. They're very happy. They have 6 children between them by different partners. And we're about to have breakfast, and we're still pondering whether or not it's going to be feasible to beat our way up the coast of Italy to Marseille before Christmas, before the new year. Because Joe's off to Gdansk because he's basically insane, and he's going to drag a catamaran across the Baltic in winter. Yeah.
I've been across the Baltic in the summer and it was very pleasant.
Was it? I mean, that's a phrase, like, it's Baltic, you know, which means basically freezing your balls off. So don't forget and get those thermals. 30 quid. I found them down there for the pen.
To say we're disappointed not to get the weather window is an understatement. We really thought we were going to be going tomorrow, Wednesday, heading for Sicily and then up the coast of Italy, a jump across to Sardinia and then on to Marseille in the south of France. But the weather has been basically shit for the whole month. This week is looking good. Straight up yesterday, you probably saw footage of the voyage down, and overnight we got in. And it's going to be good for the next 5 or 6 days. Unfortunately, winds are going to start kicking up at sea around Sicily. So we probably could get to Sicily in the 2 days, and then we'd have to put in for another week and wait and see will there be a weather window that we can get back out again. There's no guarantee, of course. And we just feel, the whole winter's going to go like that. We're going to be faffing around trying to get home. And so we've decided to just go south from here. We're going to leave tomorrow. Go down, maybe have a look at Ithaca, Meganisi. Next week, maybe back into Vlio, and we're just going to take it easy. And then in the end, we'll decide what we're going to do with the boat at the end of the month. We might stick it back in a yard. We have kind of a back burner plan, and then of course we'll be heading back to Portugal. So we'll see you all there. Cheers. We're sitting in Lefkada. Myself and Joe sat here. We're having a coffee, and then we're going to wander away up to Chattery and get some charts for our trip. Today's update is that the trip is back on, but instead of going today, which is Wednesday, we're going to wait until next Tuesday, because we think that by the time we get to the coast of Sicily, it's going to be a bit rough this week. This is before the weekend, so we're going to wait until after the weekend, and we think we have a better weather window. And in the meantime, look, it's no hardship sitting here, is it? Isn't that beautiful? Beautiful.